Hey everyone, this is gonna be a quick one. Just me ranting about my home country. So as many of you know, Alexis and I are expecting our first child, and we originally wanted to do the birth in Vienna, but we decided last minute that we are gonna stay here in Berlin, Germany, where we currently live for the birth, because it would have been just too stressful to move so close to the birth. Looking back, we should have just done it, because now that our daughter is going to be born in Germany, that means that only Alexis is going to be legally recognized as her mother. I'm not going to be on the birth certificate. I'm going to have no legal rights to her. And if I want any of that, I need to go through something called stepchild adoption. So I would need to adopt my own daughter, which in any case is not right. But in ours, it's even more bizarre because she is genetically my daughter. We did reciprocal IVF, so my egg was taken out and fertilized, and Alexis is carrying her and will be giving birth to her. So if you were to do a DNA test, she would be my daughter. She's gonna look like me. But in the eyes of the German law, I'm not gonna have anything to do with her. The adoption process is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. You're becoming a parent. It's already so stressful. And it's supposed to be exciting, but here in Germany, they make you go through this freaking adoption process to even be recognized as the child's mother. It takes at least 6 months, can take up to 2 years. If anyone knows anything about German bureaucracy, you already know that it's gonna be a nightmare. You need to fill out all these forms, questionnaires, your whole life story. Why do you want to adopt this child? How is it going to affect the child? Of course, the court gets involved. They do home visits, in some cases several, to see if you're fit to be this child's mother, if they will allow or approve you to be the child's mother and observe you, and there's no way I would be able to do that. Of course it costs, and at the end of all of that process, you will need to go to a court and listen to a judge's decision if they approve you to become this child's mother. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous and, like I said, degrading. I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna be boycotting Germany as a whole. If we had done it in Austria, we would have been automatically on the birth certificate, both of us, without adoption. It's like that actually in most Western countries, also in North America. I don't know what's going on with Germany. I know there is some law they were supposed to pass, but it hasn't been passed, and with the whole new government, who knows? I feel like more people should know about this. It wasn't fully on our radar because, again, we were focusing everything on doing this birth in Vienna. We already had the notary agreement that outlines that the child is going to be, of course, both of ours, that she's gonna get both of our citizenships. Well, guess what? Now she's just gonna be freaking Canadian. I'm like, do I need to get a freaking visa for a baby? Citizenship apparently is based on a different law, so if I can prove that genetically she is mine, she will be able to get a German passport and citizenship certificate. But holy smokes, it is ridiculous. It's honestly really disheartening. I've spent a lot of time crying about this because it's already such an emotional time in your life, and then you're just like, oh yeah, wait, I'm not even legally gonna be this child's mother. What the hell? Thank God for other countries, and thank God we wanted to get the hell out of here anyway, because in another country we're both gonna be recognized as the mother. But always when I come back to my home country, and still here in Germany, I'm not going to be this child's mother. But yeah, just thought that more people should know about this. If you're queer and considering starting a family here in Germany, just know that Germany is, and has always been, a very conservative country. And that shows, sure, here in Berlin, people are like, oh, it's so queer friendly, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can express yourself as whoever you want. You can go to clubs and dark rooms, and you can do whatever you want with whoever you want, and that's great. But for day-to-day queer life and day-to-day queer family life, it is not good here. Even just for the reciprocal IVF procedure, we had to go abroad to Austria, which is funny because people here are always like, oh, Austria is so conservative. Well, guess what? Austria is way more progressive when it comes to LGBTQ plus rights. Even when we went to the hospital to register for the birth of our daughter, they looked at me and they were like, who are you? The interpreter? I'm like, I'm the fucking wife. Thank you. Obviously, we knew that being a queer parent will come with a lot of challenges, but it's like honestly ridiculous how much is already starting before she is even born. Yeah, you need to have a tough skin. You need to really know the legal situations everywhere. I hope it's gonna change soon, and I know you can do like downward comparisons, like, oh, you can be lucky that you're even allowed to do this. The true queer-friendly countries, if you're wondering, are Canada, Scandinavia, and the Netherlands. Spain is pretty good too, actually. Not Germany. I'm just bracing myself for how I'm gonna mentally be dealing with that when we're gonna get this birth certificate issued and my name isn't on it, when I have to hand this birth certificate into my employer to get my parental leave and it's not gonna have my name on it. Like, thankfully we have the same last name, and the hope is that one day they're gonna pass this law in Germany so that I then can retroactively be also legally recognized as her mother. But for now, I guess she's officially only gonna have one mother. Great. Thank you for watching. Tschüss.